All right, guys, welcome back to part number 2 of the series We Were Wrong. This is Kenny again. In this video, we're going to be talking about, in the whole series, we're going to be talking about how to create a business where you can do the work once and get paid literally for years on that quote-unquote work that you've done. So in case you missed the first video, we went into some of our successes that we've had, and, you know, the reason why I like to go through some of these is because, you know, it's important to know that we're not just coming to you with something new that we thought of off the top of our head. You know, we have 40 Product of the Day awards in a row, 2 Product of the Year nominations, between the two of us, and you probably heard me say that over and over again. The point is, though, is even with all of that quote-unquote success, we're here to admit that there's a better and easier way for you, for us, and we believe for everybody out there. So what we're going to be doing in this video here is go through some specific examples of the model that we've been using so that we can show you guys how it's all done. So before we do that, though, I just want to be very clear that we said this in the first video, so if you missed it, I just want to kind of reiterate, you do not have to create content ever. And to go a little bit further than that, we don't ever want you to create anything. And there's a couple of reasons for that, and I don't want to get like mean and nasty in this video. I just want to be straight with you though. You're probably not good enough. It's probably going to take you too long. You probably don't have the right equipment. You probably don't have the skill or the expertise or the knowledge to do it. And for you to learn all of that and get all of that together, in my opinion, is a waste of time. So we're going to teach you how to do this without having to create any content ever, no matter what. And to be honest with you, you know, Cameron and I have a lot of experience in a lot of different areas when it comes to business and making money and stuff like that. And we don't create content ourselves when it comes to this model. So you definitely shouldn't either. And the second thing is I want to focus on the process here, not necessarily the quote unquote product. All right, now since we got all that out of the way, let's get on to some of the examples. All right, so let's talk about some examples and go through some of these sites that we're talking about here. First of all, again, I want to stress the fact we are not telling you to go out and create any content whatsoever. The beauty of what we're doing here is that you don't have to go out and create any content. All the examples that we're going to show you, most of them did, some of them didn't, but most of them did go out and create their own content. And that was always the sticking point for us. Like, we always knew that, you know, Pat's business was booming and it was a great idea, like what he was doing and all that stuff. But the podcast life is tough. We tried it and it was really, really hard, really time consuming. And there was a lot of stuff going on there. You know, same thing with John Lee Dumas, $208,000 in November. It's not easy to do that though, because podcasting is really hard. But what if maybe it's not 208,000, right? Maybe it's not 213,000, but what if you could see $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, or even $10,000 a month from a site like this, that you don't have to put your own content in? And that's something that I want you to think about, because that's really what we're getting at here. That's what me and Cameron are doing, and it's working really, really well for us. And you know, we're going to get into all of that. So if you look here, here's another one, JohnnyFD.com. This is a travel blogger and an entrepreneur guy. And, you know, this is more along the lines of like what we're talking about here, something like this, where, you know, this guy's bringing in, I don't know, $12,000 a month, and he's really not doing all that much. I mean, you know, he's got some content in here, but again, our whole deal is you don't create the content. We actually don't want you to create the content. And this blog is not even that popular. If you look here on the sidebar, he has 12 Facebook shares, you know, and that might be just this page, I don't know, but it's a pretty basic deal. It's nothing really all that crazy. And you know, I do want to be very clear here. This is not what we're talking about here. Is not something. He does have a lot more shares than that on his main page. What we're talking about here is not something that's going to make you a millionaire tomorrow. But I'm sure you've invested in a lot of courses like that, and they don't really work out all that well. This is more of a slow build, but it is something that's an asset for you that will be paying you literally, like we said in the slide presentation, forever. So if we go back here to Pat's blog, and I actually commented on this post because it's a really great article, and you guys should read it. SmartPassiveIncome.com/generate-an income-online. It's great. It's two quickest ways to generate income online. It's an amazing read, and what he talks about here, besides the fact that he mentions Gary Vaynerchuk, who I can't stand, he talks about the examples he gives here are really, really good. And it was so good that I took the time out to write a comment on it earlier today. So this right here is going to be paying him forever. He has some affiliate links in here, links back to his podcast episodes and stuff like that. But, these things are going to be paying him forever. And if you look back on his most popular posts all time, how to start a podcast. This was done, I don't know when this was done, but I can tell you that me and Cameron used this when we started our podcast 2 years ago. We used this tutorial to do it. This is posted in 2012. He's still making money on this post today. Like right now, he's making money on this post, and he created it 5 years ago. So that's really the power in what we're doing. Now, again, a lot of you are probably saying, well, I can't create a step-by-step tutorial on how to create a podcast. Okay, don't. We don't want you to. We want you to do it the way that we're going to show you how to do it tomorrow. And it also does not have to be a podcasting thing. It does not have to be a business thing. It does not have to be, it could be any niche in the world. I mean, look at Just a Girl and her blog, right? Whatever, I don't even know what this person talks about. I love working to create a beautiful, thriving home, life, and business, helping others do the same. So there you go, a little bit different, right? There's another one here we have about, I think this is, motherhood, right? Easy, motherhood stuff. If you're a woman who has a kid, that could be great, right? December 2016, $6,387, and she's getting paid on work that she did a long time ago. And that's really what this is all about. It's about creating something once, as opposed to a product launch where you create it once and you get paid for 7 days, 10 days, or if you're lucky, a month or two, and then you never get paid again on that product. It's dead forever, right? Instead of going that route, or in conjunction with doing that, you create something like this in any niche in the world, it doesn't matter, where you're going to get paid for stuff forever. And you combine that with you not having to create the content. So think about this, right? I am obviously not a mother. I think that's pretty, we get that, right? There's a pregnancy thing here. Can I go and create a pregnancy post like this if I wanted to? Probably not, right? Because I don't know anything about being pregnant. I mean, I know about having a wife that was pregnant when I was married, but I don't know anything about being pregnant myself. But can I go and, if I don't have to create the content myself, I don't have to pay for it, I don't have to create it, I'm not hiring somebody, I'm not outsourcing, I'm just saying if I don't have to create the content, can I put together a blog post like this, do the same exact thing as this lady's doing, model Paula right there, and build something just like this? The answer is yes, because I can get this content anywhere, and we're going to show you how to do that tomorrow. So the point is, we want to build something, and we are building something that's going to pay us forever. And we believe that that is the way to go. If you're really looking to build a stable income on the internet, that's going to pay you for the rest of your life, an asset that's going to pay you forever, this is definitely the way to go. It's another income report here from, who is this? So Over This, the rat race. So Over the Rat Race, debt and financial responsibilities. This is more like a Dave Ramsey type deal, I guess. Teaching the same type of thing. November 2017, this last month, revenue $16,000, expenses $5,000, net income $10,000. So, maybe this guy's working a 9 to 5 and he does this 2 or 3 hours a day. An extra $10,000 a month is pretty good, right? That's really not that bad, right? For an extra 2 or 3 hours a week or a day or whatever. And on top of that, you don't have to create the content yourself. The content is not being created by you. The content, you're not outsourcing it. You're not hiring people. We're going to show you how to get the content completely for free, where you can fill up a blog just like this one, or, something just like Pat's site here, or something just like John Lee Dumas' site here, or Yaro Starik, or Video Fruit, or whoever you want to model. We're going to show you how to do the same exact thing and get paid on that content. Again, not your content, somebody else's content, and you get paid on it for the rest of your life. The only thing that you have to do is literally go where we tell you to go, take the content we tell you to take, and put it in the site, and that's it. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that tomorrow. So if this is something that you're interested in, something that you like, not tomorrow, today's Saturday. On Monday, we're going to be sending you out another video that teaches you how to actually do this. I am not sure if we're going to have an example of our site that we're doing this with, In that video, we may, depends if I can get, if Cameron can get it together, and put all that together for you. But if we can do that, we're going to do that. If we can't do that, we're going to just show you how we're actually building it out and what we're actually doing with it and where we're getting our content and how we're making the money from it, so that you guys can put it together, all right? Tomorrow is going to be the day where you're going to get the entire plan on how to do this, and, you guys can move forward from there if this is something that you want to do. And again, if you're looking for another income stream, if you're looking for something that's going to pay you forever, where you don't have to create any content whatsoever, do any selling whatsoever, do any recruiting, do any email building, any of that stuff, if you want to get paid forever on stuff like that, this is something that you seriously have to look into. And again, you don't have to create the content, which is huge. I believe, to end this video off, I believe that financial freedom is important, okay? I'm going to tell you that right up front. I believe financial freedom is important. I believe that income freedom is more important. And let me explain what that means. And I'm telling you, going into 2018, this is my big focus right here, okay? Financial freedom is a good goal, and it's a good thing. You should have that, on your calendar. You should write it down. You should talk about it. You should think about it. That should be your vision. But step number one to that is income freedom, meaning that you are not dependent on somebody else's business to pay you. Because I'm telling you right now, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, depending on the industry that you're in, right? Some industries are safer than others. But 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, and for some of you, sooner than that, your job will go away. Your job will go away. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter it doesn't matter. Your job is going away. That's why you have people like Larry and Sergey from Google, people like Zuckerberg from Facebook. They're all talking about this universal basic income BS, which is garbage. The reason why they're talking about that is because they know that their companies, Amazon included, are going to eventually kick everyone out of their job. Right? So there has to be some way for you to make money, because if there's no way for you to make money, then you're not going to be able to buy their products, and they're going to go out of business too. So I believe that financial freedom is extremely important, but I believe that income freedom is even more important, because when you have income freedom and you're not afraid of losing all of your money, then you can go out and invest in things and do things that might be a little risky or whatever. And I always talk about this when I talk about sales, right? I talk about sales being the number one skill in the world. The reason why that is because if you know how to sell stuff, you don't have to worry about where the next paycheck is going to come from. I didn't have to, when I started my business, I didn't have to say, oh, man, if I lose this $2,000 that I invested, it's over. I don't know what I'm going to do. I never had to think that way, because I knew that if I lost the $2,000, I could walk into a car dealership the next day and I could be making $2,500 a week like that instantly, because I knew how to sell, right? So if you know how to create your own income without being attached to a job or a corporation or a boss or a desk, then you can have that same mindset. And when you have that mindset, that's where financial freedom can really plant its seed and start to grow. And we believe that this is one of the easiest ways to get there. Okay, again, you don't have to create your own content. We're going to show you where to get content for free that you can use to do this. The content that you put on your site is very easy to build, by the way. It doesn't take any kind of technical knowledge or anything like that. It's a WordPress thing with a theme. It's simple. But the content that you get is going to pay you for the rest of your life. Some posts are going to be more popular than others. We'll go back to Pat's site. You see here, he has his most popular things. I don't know where it went, but it was somewhere around here. He has his most popular blog posts right here, right? Some of them are more popular than others. Some are, they're terrible. They don't get any traffic or whatever. But some of them pay him a lot of money. So it's going to be that 80-20 rule, right? 20% of your stuff's going to pay you 80% of your income, or whatever the hell the saying is. But that's how it's going to work, right? The bottom line, though, you don't have to create the content, and the content is going to pay you forever. All right, that's what we're focused on here. That's what Cameron and I are focused on going into 2018, and that's what we believe you should be focused on going into 2018 and beyond. So on Monday, keep an eye out in your inbox around the same time, probably, 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. We're going to send you a video outlining the entire process from start to finish, how we're doing this, and how you can implement it starting Monday night. You're going to be able to put this into play if you want to right away the second you get that video. Okay, so keep an eye out in your inbox Monday night around 6, 7 o'clock. I'm going to send you the video, and we'll show you exactly how it's done. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, please let us know.